Saturday is a tribute to Coach Henson, having the career wins leader of both schools, New Mexico State and Illinois. There's a pregame reception at the United Center on Saturday. We've got close to 140 responses of people who expect to be there, former players, managers, staff members, coaches, folks who've been part of coaching history. Also, Coach Henson will be recognized on the court the second time out of the game by both schools. And so today, obviously in advance of Saturday, it's a chance for you guys to talk to Coach a little bit and get an update on where things are at with Coach. So
First of all, I have a vocal problem, but I'll tell you what happened. About 2 or 3 months ago, I had 2 diseases in my right lung, and they'd eaten a hole in my lung. And so it took them forever to do it, and I came out with a vocal problem, so I think I'll handle it okay. But anyway, it's really nice to be with you. I'll make a comment or two, and then give you a chance to ask any questions that you want to ask. I'd say the game should probably be fairly even. Now, the coach of New Mexico State, this is his first year to be a head coach. I remember what I knew, but he knows much more than I knew at that time. He's a very good coach, and of course we got a great coach, Coach Underwood. So maybe an even game or close to it. Now, what questions would you like to ask? I've seen both of them play. New Mexico State twice on TV, Illinois every time practically. And by the way, let me see, we're going to probably have 25, 30, 35 family members, and I've told them, you sit there and you don't cheer for either team. do not cheer. Most of them are Illinois, but I told them, now, you know they'll do what I tell them to do.
Lou, just what do each of these teams or each of these programs mean to you in your life? Just what do they both mean to you, these programs?
Well, first of all, it was great that I had an opportunity to go to New Mexico State. It was a great opportunity, but in my opinion, probably the best thing that's happened to us is come to Illinois. We've really enjoyed being in Illinois. The people are great, the university's great, and so that's been a big thing for us.
Lou, have you ever tried to compare your 2 Final Four teams at Illinois and New Mexico State?
Would you ask that again and slow down, Lauren?
The 2 Final Four teams.
Yeah.
One at New Mexico State, when you had Jimmy, and the one that the Flying Illini in 1989.
It would be close. Now, Jimmy is All-American. We had 2 All-Americans, and the third one was a good one. I don't know which one would win. It'd be close.
You're not going to give me an edge to either one?
Well, I don't think so. I just couldn't.
And the other thing is, what kind of coat are you going to be wearing Saturday?
Well, first, what I thought I'd do, Coach, I thought I'd have a crimson and orange, and I thought I'd rip them so one way, one thing. And I thought, that's dumb. Why don't you wear one for one half and one second? That's what I'm going to do. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have my daughters toss a coin to see whether I wear orange the first or the second half. So that's a good way to do it.
Lou, very few people have ever had a court named for them. You have 2 courts named for you. Just talk a little bit about reflecting back on the honors that you've received from both schools.
Well, we've had a lot. Of course, that normally doesn't happen. John Wooden's the only one. So I don't know. Got lucky there because somebody wanted to do that. But it's quite an honor to have the 2 courts named after.
Well, Lou, just what do you think it'll be like on Saturday to have lots of your former players from both schools there, just to maybe see all of them in one place like that?
Well, it'll really be nice. Now, we'll have a lot from Illinois, not many from New Mexico State, but it's always good to see your players. You've gone through battles with them and all, and then to see them later on, and I see them quite often, it is great to be with them.
Will Jimmy be there?
Jimmy will be there.
On the back.
Coach, you mentioned that you've seen nearly every Illini game. I'm just curious your thoughts on Coach Underwood's system and kind of how that compares to what you ran schematically as a coach.
Well, of course, first of all, he's a very good defensive coach, and offensively, you can only do so much. It takes time. See, we've been on and off. We have shot the ball well. You can't do anything about that, but I think they're getting better. We shot the ball pretty well in the UNLV game, both threes and twos. So I think this team's going to get better and better. You cannot just push a button and have them play the way you want them to play. He has his own ideas, which are good, but it takes time to implement that.
Mark, you have any? No, on the back.
Coach, here in the back, what are your thoughts on the game today versus when you were coaching? Good or bad? What do you enjoy about it, or would you like to see different?
You know, the game really hasn't changed a lot. Now, when I was coaching, the two things that happened to us, the shot clock and of course the 30, whatever it is, foot mark, the mark.
3 points.
That revolutionized the game, and nothing has changed. I think the game is about the same. It's changed a little bit in some respects, but not a great deal. I know one thing, in today's game, more than it's forever, you've got to have some kind of attack. You can't just pass the ball around the perimeter and win. You have upsets, but you got to be able to have a post attack and get the ball in there, or you got to penetration is the key to winning these days. Because when you penetrate, a lot of good things happen to you. You score, you get fouled. So penetration, in my opinion, is the key to the game.
Will you split time between Champaign and Las Cruces? When will you be
Yeah,
headed back?
spend more time up here. We come here about 10 months ago, and so
And when will you go back to Las Cruces?
in January sometime.
A bit to the back again.
All right, so age-wise, I think I'm a palindrome of you, and just curious, your skin's better than mine, your hair's better. What do you like chew a fruit every morning, or what's your secret to being so youthful?
I didn't know I was. No, I do what everybody else does.
I don't believe that. Anything else for Coach while we got him? All right. Coach, you got anything else to say?